When this turn like this, see how that projects out on the edge right there? It should be flush with the truck, and so that's why bringing it in will make it more. Hey, thanks for joining us on YouTube. What are you doing here? Oh, across the line, and my stick is shut on. Hey, okay, so this is an update on my Jeepers Creepers vehicle, part 8, and we have a few things to show you, so let's take a look at the video, shall we? I've made this part here, as you can see in the previous video, and now what I want to do is do the hood, which is right here. So this line follows true all the way to the front, through the back, and it will run through the length of the truck itself. The best way to do it was to take a piece of coat hanger. Here's the coat hanger here, just to give you an idea. And what I did was I cut a piece that was 6.5 inches long. And so here's what I'm talking about. This is it. This is the front of the cab. And there's what the hood looks like. So, and you can see there's the coat hanger. Here's the lines that I have, so it would run. I did little cuts here, 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 and here throughout the whole thing, and I made my fold a little bit of a roundish fold because I'm going to clean that up with the PC7. And then probably the hardest part, it was measuring how far that grill sat down. So I went off of my original pattern of it coming out, and then the grills here, the 4 openings, and then of course it will come up and meet with that hinge right there on that door. So it gets a little bit confusing, but that's what it looks like. And then what I did was I glued this because it's going to be fiberglass. This is fiberglass now. I actually glued this down to the part of the cab. Each one of those pieces underneath the coat wire that's there, and then actually, like in this corner right here, what I did, it didn't quite blend perfectly, but I cut a little piece and glued that in there. And then I went ahead and cut this piece. I have the separation, the fold right there, you can see on the roof, because the actual vehicle had the fold, and then that fold continues down here. So I folded that paper, cut those slots like they were supposed to be, and it actually comes out to right about here. Then I cut an extra piece and put it right in here and glued it to that, and then on both sides, and then I actually fiberglassed it. I put an extra piece of paper in this part of the cab, or the hood, in here to give extra support, not on the other two, because those are kind of bent up a little bit. They'll get more support when I put the PC7 on there. But so that gives you an idea. Oh, and also, before I forget, this part right here is another part that's valuable. I took a teriyaki stick to hold so that I wouldn't lose the shape of the way the hood was sitting, and I put the support up against the firewall, and it goes straight out to this part here, so that it held it at the level that I wanted it to, so it had this look to it like it does on the original, so that it came out in the length precisely. And then, you know, I measured, you know, this distance here times 2. This is what it looks like here. You can see I have the PC7 build up on it. And you can see that the front, I am very happy with the way it looks. The grill has been built up. I have slowly been putting PC7 on over the whole cab, and then sanding it, and then adding more, and then sanding. Built that up, and you can see it is about a 1/4 of an inch build up in there. See that little edge right there? You can see how it is. And then you can kind of see there with the original fiberglass paper, and each one has been built up on the grid there about 1/4 of an inch. You can see that there. So having said that, what I noticed is when I was looking at this in the movie form, I noticed that when this turned, went from side to side, see how this right here kind of protrudes out here? That actually shouldn't. So what I realized was I built this out about almost 1/4 of an inch here, and I built this out 1/4 of an inch. So having done that, I realized that this part here is pretty much straight on the hood when the wire came up. So I can actually, and what I need to do is cut it back 3/16 of an inch. So I need to cut it, see how it's flush here? Well, I need to bring it back right about there, and then make a cut all the way down, and then cut across here, and then over, right in there. And then I need to bring all this over. Okay, here's the picture of the original trucks, and they look like that. See how the hood is? There are two different ones here that were actually worked on and used in the movie. There's the one where with the white hood over to the left, and there's the one that was the main vehicle that was used for the movie, right there to the right, and it had the smashed up hood and whatnot. So you can see it's actually pretty short. It's not very long at all. And like what I was mentioning is when you looked at this car when it was going back and forth, this part right here, it just barely, right where the hood starts on the truck, it actually starts turning pretty much right off the bat. So that's what I'm looking to do with this. And so, and also you can see the dents that were on the original truck. So I'm waiting for this to dry, and then I'll actually gouge out some dents in the hood. And the grill itself had it where the middle one, what was it? Is it the middle one? Yeah, it was this one right here. It actually was broken, so the two pieces weren't together. I might do that. We'll see. But I'll try to match it up. But either way, when this turn like this, see how that projects out on the edge right there? It should be plush with the truck, and so that's why bringing it in will make it more where it's supposed to be. So that's the latest update. Other than that, I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. I would rather not have to do that, but hey, you know. Hey everybody, if you like what you saw today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and leave comments below. Let me know what you think, if you like the video or not. And thank you for tuning in today. So we'll see you next time. So long, everybody.